Hello, this is Chris from Baisics, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how to use bulk upload and put multiple documents in at the same time on the Baisics platform. Log into your Baisics platform as usual, and when you go to drag and drop, instead of a single document, you can now select all of the documents and insert everything. And what will happen is you'll get a preview of the first document, and if you want to preview the subsequent documents, you can do by pressing the little eye icon. And now we can start to apply templates. We can apply the same template to all, or we can select different ones. So in this case, we're going to show you multiple different ways of doing it. So this is a judgment summary. So what we want to do is review the court decision. This is a lease. So we want to select our lease agreement. This one we're not sure about. I mean, we can obviously select a little preview and we can see it's some sort of report from the government, but we're not quite sure what that's about. So what we're going to do there is just call a skim that document, so a slightly different one there. And then these two are witness statements. And so what we're interested here is the chronology of these witness statements. So as you can see, we've set up our job for the day. We've got different templates applying to different agreements. And if we just process them, and let that roll, they'll all upload one at a time, and different templates will be applied on each occasion. And if we go back to the home, we can see they're all processing happily, and then they will start to populate as completed documents, and you can do your review. Depending on the length of the document and the complexity of the questions, this can take somewhere between 20 to 50 seconds, and for longer documents maybe 1 to 2 minutes. It all depends, but the ability to bulk upload is essential in terms of getting your workflow going first thing in the day. This could be a batch of documents from a client, and if you're not sure what the documents relate to, you could obviously attach a skim template to each one. But if you're fully aware of what the document content is, as we did with the copy of the lease here, we were able to attach our lease template immediately. And obviously the decision of the court was quite simple too. We managed to attach that as well. Now we can see that the documents are processing. It's done the witness statements first. So if we have a look at this, we've asked it to do a chronology of this event and work out what was happening and when. And as we can see, it's given us a nice rundown of all the key events going right back to 1987 when they started their business. And the side-by-side validation enables us to see exactly where in the statements that these things occur. So the validation is quick and simple, and it gives you a perfect overview of this witness statement. We have the government response, which we applied a slightly different template to, and we wanted to establish what this was about. And it tells us it's a report from the select committee. Are there any recurring keywords or phrases to help us identify what's in this document? It mentions a group litigation order. It gives us some specific dates around some of the things that have gone on here and when they've occurred. Again, nice and simple, fast validations side by side. No problem at all. Does it mention any key people? It mentions the members. It mentions Sir Alan Bates, because this is obviously related to the post office scandal, and it also names some commercial entities, a couple of law firms in there, etc. So this skim now puts us in the picture as to what this document is, and obviously we can put it back in for further processing, asking more questions. The lease agreement, we asked who the parties were. When does the lease start from? How long is the lease for? What is the amount of basic rent? And when's it payable? So it tells us here it's payable in advance in quarterly payments. Is there any deposit? Again, very simple side-by-side validation, very swift, very easy. So we're reviewing a whole batch of very different documents with ease. And last but not least, a court case. And we asked for an overview as to what this is. And the central legal issues the court was asked to decide on was a reliance issue and an affirmation issue. And these are here. Identifying operative facts. And further on, we've asked it to analyse or discussion the core reasoning behind things. Again, this enables us at ease to look through what was discussed and what the decision of the court was. And we've asked it to describe who won and what specific orders were made. The defendants were successful in their application to strike out the summary judgment. The court considered that the Leeds claimant's pleaded case had no prospect of success and ordered it to be struck out. So we can find that here and here and also here. So as you can see, we can do very simple side-by-side validations regarding very complicated matters, and in the case of this court case we can look into decision and the different requirements that were applied, the claims, the inference of legal advice, reservations, etc. All very simple thing to do. So that broke down a large body of work into a few minutes with easy side-by-side validation. The results can be exported to CSV, so you can simply move them to where you need to go. I hope this has been a useful overview of how bulk uploading can transform your working day in your business. Thanks for listening.